All right, so this is kind of stuff that you're in for. So I'm going to do that one question that has to do with you got a 24 yard piece of yarn, and then you remove these parts from it. How much are left? You can read the question. I was actually using my phone, which I'm using right now to record this video, so I can't do it. So the question is, you got 24 total yards, right? So if you can visualize it, this is what it looks like. So you got a piece of cloth that's 24 yards, and you're gonna remove these pieces. Basically, you got customers. So you have three customers. You have three pieces at 3.5 yards are gonna be removed, and you have another set that's gonna remove 5 pieces at 2.25 yards. So if you can kind of like give yourself an example, basically you're a fabric store. You got this piece of yarn that's 24 yards long, and then you've got three customers that each buy a 3.5 yard piece of this cloth. And then you got another set of customers, 5 customers buy 5 pieces of yarn, well not each, 5 people buy yards or cloth at 2.25 yards. I hope you can understand what I was trying to say through my blah blah. So one thing I want to illustrate with math is that there's several different methods to get the same answer. That I want to put a star by that. I'm going to show you a couple of them. So let's recall the question. All right, the camera might do something trippy to you, but I apologize for that. So recall what the question is asking for. So how many yards remain after you've removed the total given length? The total given length is all the customers that buy chunks out of your yard or out of your cloth. I keep saying yarn. So, and that is the three customers. So 3 times 3.5 plus 5 customers. That's 5 times 2.25. Add those together. That's your total amount of cloth that's taken out of your initial cloth, right? So there's a couple ways to do that. So you can say this is where the 3 times 3.5 goes, just in case you didn't understand. So here's your total. You have 24 yards minus 3.5 yards minus another 3.5 yards, which is 2, minus another 3.5 yards. That's your 3 customers right there that all took that out. So you can do that easy or simply by saying, okay, so 20 yards minus 3.5 yards, boom, that gives you your 20.5, right? Minus another 3.5, that'll give you something else. Or you can say 24 yards minus 3 times 3.5 yards, and then after you get that number, then you're going to minus 5 times 2.25 yards. That'll be your answer because it's the total amount that's taken out of that. Or you can do it in one clean swipe. What I like to do is I wrote it down right here. I'll let you read that. So basically you're going to add the total amount of cloth that's to be cut out of your initial cloth, and you're going to subtract that together. So basically that would look like this. This is the total. So you have 3 times 3.5 yards plus 5 times 2.25 yards. That's your total amount of cloth to be removed. And I want to back up a step. So whenever you see something like this with parentheses, that means you do whatever is in here first. You don't try to add these. You don't mess with this sign until you're done with both of these. So let's knock it out. There's a few ways that you can tackle something like this, and that's another segment.